What if I told you that in the next few minutes, you'll discover a psychological switch that changes how the world sees you, how people hear you, and how they treat you? Most people talk, but only a few are truly listened to, and it all starts before you speak. This is the silent power. Stay with me, because once you understand what I'm about to show you, you'll never walk into a room the same way again. Before you speak, people are already listening, not with their ears, but with their subconscious mind, your body, your energy, your silence. These elements speak long before your words ever do. Most people think influence begins with what you say, but in truth, it begins with what you're radiating. Your nervous system is in constant conversation with the world around you. It sends signals of calm or chaos, clarity or insecurity, and others read those signals, often without even realizing it. This is why two people can say the exact same words and be received completely differently. It's not about the script, it's about the state behind the script. So if you want people to treat you differently, respect you more, listen when you speak. You don't start by learning better words. You start by mastering the space before the words. Let's talk about authority, not the kind that comes with a title, not the kind you beg for or buy, but the kind that's felt before you speak, the kind that walks into a room and shifts the temperature. That kind of authority doesn't come from status, it comes from state. Specifically, your internal state, your relationship with stillness, with presence, with self-respect. Think of someone you respect deeply. Think of how they move, how they pause, how they breathe. Chances are, they don't rush, they don't over-explain, they don't fill silence with noise. Why? Because their presence is enough. They don't need to chase approval. Their energy has already claimed it. Every powerful speaker, every respected leader, every person whose presence seems to hold weight has one thing in common. They don't wing it. They don't stumble into power by accident. They ritualize it, because power isn't random. It's constructed, intentionally, carefully, repeatedly. And over time, that ritual becomes a state of being, a second skin, an internal switch that says, now I lead. A pre-speech ritual isn't just a productivity hack. It's not a gimmick. It's a psychological recalibration, a way to tell your brain, from this moment on, I'm showing up fully, because the brain doesn't respond best to pressure. It responds best to patterns. Your nervous system is always learning, always encoding. Every moment you step into anxiety, it remembers. Every moment you step into clarity, it remembers that too. So when you install a pattern, a ritual before speaking, you are training your nervous system to associate that moment with calm, confidence, and clarity. And here's the magic. Over time, this ritual stops being a tool. It becomes your nature. First, the still point. Before anything, find your stillness. Just 30 seconds of silence. No movement, no speaking, no scrolling. Close your eyes if you want. Let the noise settle. This is your reset button. Stillness is the anchor. In a world that's always screaming, it's your way of saying, I am not here to react. I am here to lead. This pause is not empty. It's pregnant with power. Next, 3 deep, deliberate breaths. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. You ground yourself, drop from your head into your body. You stop thinking about the moment. You start being in it. This is the shift from overthinking to embodiment. Then ask, do I embody what I'm about to say? Because if your state contradicts your message, people won't believe you, no matter how polished your words are. Alignment is everything. People don't listen with their ears. They listen with their intuition. They feel the mismatch before they even know what's wrong. Then, make brief, intentional eye contact. Not with aggression, not with need, just calm presence. It tells them, I am here, and so are you. Most people look without seeing. They speak without connecting. But real power lives in presence. A single look when grounded can say more than 1,000 words. And finally, pause. That pause is gravity. It makes your words feel earned. Most people rush to fill silence. The powerful use silence as punctuation. They don't fear it, they use it. By the way, if you're still with me, I've got something very special for you. The Sigma's Black Book of Untouchable Power. It's an e-book that contains the forbidden knowledge used by high-level thinkers. But this will be deleted soon. The elites don't want this out, so check the description or pinned comment right now to grab it before it's gone. Now, these 5 steps take 2 minutes, but they transform your presence for hours. You begin to speak with more than words. You transmit state, because people don't just hear you, they feel you. Identity is next. The way people treat you is almost always a mirror of how you treat yourself silently. You walk into a room, and before you say anything, your posture, your presence, your energy is already screaming something. I don't belong, please like me, or I am enough, even if I say nothing. Your energy always leaks the truth, and the more often you speak from anxiety, the more your nervous system encodes fear as your default. Fear becomes your home, even when there's no danger. But when you speak from calm clarity, you begin to rewire your internal identity. You become someone who feels powerful, even in silence. That's when things shift. Not just in how you speak, but in who you are. People don't remember what you say. They remember how they felt in your presence. That's energetic memory. And the better you manage your state, the more powerfully people remember your energy. Because even if your words are perfect, your energy tells the truth. Before you speak, the world feels who you believe you are. If you believe you're lacking, they feel it. If you believe you're valuable, they feel that too. That's why this work isn't about changing language. It's about changing being. The world listens to those who've learned to listen to themselves. This is the silent revolution, from trying to be heard to becoming someone worth hearing. And when you step into that version of yourself, people treat you differently because your energy has already spoken. No more performing, no more over-explaining, just a grounded presence that speaks before you do. So the next time you're about to speak, don't rush, don't chase, don't shrink, pause, breathe, feel. Because the world listens differently when your energy speaks before your voice does. And when you master that, you'll never be ignored again. Now listen carefully. Dark mindset isn't just another channel on the internet. It's a rise of power. So if you're serious about becoming powerful, then subscribe now or stay weak forever. The choice is yours.